Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Tiandra Nika, also known as Simply Tiandra. And today's topic, I kind of want to go into some of, the difficulties with me about homemaking. So cleaning is not something I'm new, it's not something I'm new to, but as far as cooking, I have, luckily, I have an amazing husband who loves to cook a lot. Okay, he loves to cook. It's sort of his outlet, I guess. So I don't really need to cook, but because, I stay at home, I take care of the kids, he works, that's kind of where I started to be like, okay, well, maybe I should go ahead and give this a try, especially because I had just, at the time I had first started with homemaking, I did not know a lot about it, and I didn't really grow up learning those different types of life skills, because all in all, that's really what homemaking kind of consists of, right? It's like you're learning life skills, cooking, cleaning, laundry, and even with self-care or teaching your kids, how to wash their face, or, hygiene practices, things like that. That's all life skills. But it also goes into holistic approaches at times, how you can use your resources and find healthy alternatives to certain types of ingredients. I mean, it goes into so many things, and I'm like, yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do, but that's something that I've started to do, especially after I quit my job. Going from a career into homemaking, it hasn't been a smooth transition, but it has awarded me a lot of an opportunity to be home with my kids. I didn't like working and being away from them. And even with, stay-at-home jobs, there was a lot going on at that time. So I chose to work, but the types of jobs that I would take on, even with, being a customer service representative, majority of my professional career, I've decided to, look into childcare, and my main motivation for that was so that I could still be able to, number one, be in the same vicinity as my children, knowing how long I would be away from them, but I was still able to see them on my lunch breaks because we were all in the same area, within the same company. My children went to the child care facility that I was working at, so it worked. It worked for me. And I think that I was between 1 and 2 months postpartum with Ayana, when I first started back up working after being pregnant. And so, yeah, both pregnancies, I did not work during my pregnancies. The second pregnancy was fine. I could have worked, but I just stayed at home because it's what worked, at that time. And I was sick a lot. So, yeah, girl mom. I was not ready. But with Deshaun, it was a little bit of a difference. I could not work with him because I was on strict bed rest, and I had a high-risk pregnancy, and I had him at 25 weeks and 3 days. So he was very premature. And that led to early on, like, it was a lot going on. Plus, I had some complications early on during pregnancy that led to further complications down the line, which is why I had him early. But I had two opposite pregnancy journeys. One that made me say absolutely never again, and the other one was like maybe one more. Because it was just that peaceful and that beautiful. So that's kind of like where it is at the moment. I'm starting to learn a lot more. I feel much more confident in the kitchen. My husband, he loves to cook, so of course he gives me advice, he gives me pointers, he shows me a lot. And that part of intimacy and partnership and in marriage, when you're sitting next to your partner, or you have conversations with them while they're in the kitchen, or somebody's washing dishes, somebody's cooking, something like that, you have that intimacy of talking and sharing your space and your thoughts with one another. So that's been something, I've been able to really take in, and it's been such a beautiful experience. And I'm like, I don't know, like I kind of feel like whenever I envisioned homemaking, it was kind of like that feeling of being a housewife in the beginning, and somehow that's a difference, because people explain, I've seen this explained, that a housewife is like someone who's always in the house, and like they pretty much just don't have anything. I don't know how to explain that, because people make housewife life seem to be like very negative. But for me, like, apparently it has no rewards or something like that. I'm not too sure on that, so I can't really speak to that. But being a homemaker, and being a wife, I make sure that this house is a sanctuary. So with my own working of inner peace and me really setting intentions to own the day and take care of the house and upkeep, the different day-to-day tasks and things like that, I prepare the home every day when my husband comes home. He gets off of work, he's able to relax. I don't really expect him to just jump into, parent mode. If there's something that doesn't get done throughout the day, like he's, able to pick that up. But my main focus throughout the day is that he works out there. He goes to provide, and he is the primary provider for this household. Me, I'm the resourceful one, right? I use what we got in-house, and he goes out to pretty much like do he makes the money. And I pretty much just use our resources and knowledge and things like that. And the small but very valuable community that we've been able to build since we've moved to San Marcos, we've just been able to benefit a lot with people, who we trust around our children and who we have welcomed into our family, and people who have really been able to add to us, in a very helpful and healthy way. So, all in all, I feel like in the present time, I've really been, like, life has really changed a lot for me, so I really try to take that in, and I'm very mindful of it. Sometimes, just based on the day, it can get overwhelming, but I really do see that I have changed. I have enhanced a lot in my I'm trying to find the words. It's like I have really been able to shift a lot of my perspective onto solution-based things rather than focusing so much on this is a problem or getting really stuck in the woe is me. And as I've stated, talking more about my childhood, my upbringing, and the struggles and challenges of my life early on, I used to feel like even with the life that I had now, that the life before this one had such a strong hold, and then I was able to change so much of that and overcome so much of that with forgiving and letting go and giving grace, not just to other people, but to myself, and allowing myself to see who I was, because I separated what happened versus my new perspective of what my identity is, so that's really changed a lot for me. And even in this year alone, I feel that so many things have changed, and I'm just able to reflect on that and feel really good about that. So that's that's like a breath of fresh air. Knowing that you can turn your negatives into positives. And it never erases what's been done. That just, it is what it is. But for me, learning new things, adapting new skills, I get to share new experiences. And this is something that I didn't used to think about. Because there are times when I'm like, oh my God, the kids are in the kitchen. Like, get out the kitchen. Get out the kitchen. And sometimes, they bring their toys and stuff and they want to play. And, I didn't really look at it as an opportunity that I could be taking. But, like, now I'm interested in having, the kids be little helpers and learning how to, they have opportunities that I did not have. And instead of depriving them of that or even being envious of that, like standing in their way of experiencing those things, I've decided to move out of the way and like really share with them those small but meaningful and very impacting experiences in life. And I really wish that I had that, because that I feel like it would have made me closer, but again, that is what it is. I am able to grow closer to my kids with the family that I've created. So all in all, even though I didn't experience it, I'm getting to experience it on the other side. I get to be the mom who, shares those experiences rather than the child who got to, That's just how I'm able to look at that now. So homemaking is really exciting to me now. I'm open to it. I'm open to learning and not fixed on what I don't know and then saying, oh, I don't know it, so I guess I'll never know it kind of thing. And that's with a lot of aspects of my life. I've really changed my perspective from, oh, I guess I just don't know it and I won't know it. So I feel like that inhibits your mindset to keep evolving and to keep learning because there are so many things to learn, so many things to know. And the more that you tell yourself because you don't know it, that you shouldn't aim to know it, is like, what are you doing? So I wanted to keep that in mind when I am, trying to cook a new meal, or, if it's something that I'm unfamiliar with. If I'm not asking my husband, I'm really just going with the flow, allowing the energy to be set, with the intention that even if I make a mistake, this is an experience, take it as it is. And that has really helped me when it comes to being in the kitchen and being the primary person now that really cooks. I mean, my husband cooks a lot of the bigger stuff. And for me, that's anything that he's taking outside and firing up the grill. Like, I don't touch that thing. I'm right there at the oven, sometimes the microwave, but that's just for leftovers or something. But for the most part, I'm cooking on the stovetop, or I'm learning how to cook things in the oven. I'm slowly going more towards the slow cooker, like the crock pot. But that grill is a whole other story. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it. It just means that we take things a step at a time, and we don't always throw ourselves into everything. And by we, I mean me. But yeah, that's pretty much my take on homemaking at the moment. If you're wanting to know something specific about my homemaking journey, or really anything I've talked about in this video, feel free to ask me any questions. Leave your comments and things like that. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to answer whatever you guys want to know. I'll respond accordingly. I'll say that. Just giving the answers that I can give and what makes sense. If that makes sense. So, yeah. I really hope you enjoy this video. I did not take a sip of my tea. Give me 1 second. Oh my God. That is really good. I have been steeping it this entire video. So it's all good now, but yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. And yeah, even if it's not specifically to homemaking, if there's anything that you are interested in or anything you want to see, you can leave your suggestions in the comments as well. And yeah, I'll respond accordingly, and I'll put something together. If you want to see something specific, if I'm able to do it, I will get it done. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you have stuck around up until this point, go ahead and leave a thumbs up in the comment section. Let me know that you were here and you were watching. But yeah, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and feel free to turn on those notifications so that you know when I am posting, because as I told y'all, there is more content to come. Okay, I got a lot of ideas and a lot of things I'm ready to put out, and I'm really excited to build more of an online presence here with y'all. So let's build a community. Let's do this thing. Oh my God. But yeah, I do look forward to posting online more and really having that type of presence even in the online community, as steps to really build, for myself, just opening myself up more to community and being connected to other people. That has been a struggle for me. And that was very hard in the beginning because I was very sheltered. So I did not get a lot of social interactions. I actually had a very big fear of people. Still kind of do, I'm not gonna lie. And it's not crippling anymore. It's just at a certain chapter of my life, I avoided, as many interactions as I could, but that's a comfort zone. And in order to really overcome something or heal from something, it takes more than just to know about it. It takes a lot of work to get out of that, because living in comfort, you're never going to want to aim for anything else because you're so content and complacent. But, yeah, I'm working more towards being more social, being more communicative. Ooh, I feel like I really don't like that word. But, yeah, I really want to become a part of community. And even if I am not joining community, if I am simply just starting a community, then I'm all right with that. I'm just initiating, a lot more social interactions just to really get out of my own comfort zone and get out of my own head. I tell myself that, I'll do it when things are like this. I'm currently recording this video on my phone, but I'm like, I'll wait till I get like a very high quality camera. Let me wait until, I have everything all spick and span and perfect. And I overthink a lot. I try to get out of that mindset and not stick so much on the details, just because I feel like that's not really being genuine to being human. It's like trying to have everything perfect is almost like what machines do. Just trying to really get something done and have everything just perfect and together is not really possible 100% of the time. So I'm like, if I'm going to start this, if this is what I want to do, be a content creator, being an entrepreneur, especially in the digital space, not knowing really what's going to happen in the future, but knowing that I do want to pursue a lot, especially with YouTube. I've wanted to do this for a very long time, and I started this channel in like 2014, and I've changed it so many times because I was trying to find that perfect thing. I was trying to make everything perfect. This started out as a hair journey, because I had locks. And before that, I was doing singing, and there's just so much. There's so much. But I really look forward to all of the endeavors, all of the journeys, all of the transitions, and everything that is, and what will be, because as I am pouring out now, as I am adding value now, I am sowing seeds to what is to come, and I'm looking to really share that and to, have that sense of uplifting others and really connecting with others. So yeah, that's pretty much it, but this was supposed to be my outro. Anyway, thank you so much for staying until the end. Like this video, put on your notifications so that you're notified whenever these videos come out, because there's so much more to come, okay? And yeah, until then, let's live in truth and bliss, y'all. Bye.